just count the waves of our yesterdays as I go on the 101 highway, and it's taking me back to the start. We lost everything. We lost everything, but you'll always stay close to my heart. We lost everything. We lost everything, but you'll always stay close to my heart. Spinning me around. When I pushed, you pulled me closer so I wouldn't fall down. And now I just count the waves of your warm embrace when you made it a little bit lighter when I was tumbling into the dark. But you'll always stay close to my heart. We lost everything, but you'll always stay close to my heart. Oh, you'll always stay close to my heart. Oh, you'll always stay close to my
Hello! I'm looking at my little bouncy bars and it looks like that came out really loud. Hello! Oh, I should probably hit this button. There it is. That thing. It's so freaking hard to get the lighting right when the sun's going down. It looked fine 5 minutes ago. It looks dark now. I don't know, we'll see. Kind of don't want to blind myself. Ooh. I sound far away. Alright, hang on. Wait, move my mic again. Is that any better? Sorry. Hi. Is this better? Like right here. I probably should have changed scene before I did that. I wasn't paying attention. Alright. So Dobby. Dobbity dob dobs. I want to do like a is it, but you can hear me? Or is it? I've been fucking with my setup too, so that probably doesn't help. Anyway. So basically I just want to plan out Tinny. Oh. Is this better? A in the frame. Because I'm really not any further away than... Okay, then it's distance. I'm really not that much further away. It's like a difference of a couple inches. From like where it is when I'm sitting at the tablet. Alright, let me try one more thing. Oh. All right, better? I twisted some knobs. I moved a thing. I don't know what else I can do. You think so? Yeah. So, I have to figure out. I'm working from like 3 different reference images of Mr. Dobby here. I want it to be like... Oh yeah? What's up? Looks more like a gremlin than Dobby right now. Oh, rescale? Okay. No problem. Okay, I don't actually want that tilted like that. Bring it out to be more of a curve there than it's gonna be. You know how long it's been since I've just worked in pencil? Like, to do a serious pencil and drawing. Drawing in pencil. It's been a long-ass time. And I think that's, like, part of the rut I've been in. I'm not, like, bored with digital, but I feel like I'm losing... I feel like it's making me a lazy artist. Like, I just don't draw as well. Holy crap, those are some huge Dobby eyes. We're just gonna play with some compositions today, though. This is just sketchbook. It's... You can't imagine a phone without your wallpaper? Aw. I thought it came out pretty good. Dobbykin has eyes? Only if he gets the other sock. Alright, this isn't what I want, though. This isn't... I'm going too much by this one reference. I want the snap to be... This is like him doing the snap, but I'm altering it. The only good thing about your current phone. Ooh. What the fuck, hand? Not Dobby's hand. My hand. Like, what's it doing? I'm debating also if I want to make this a drawing or a full-on painting. My initial plan was to paint. But I feel like if I do that, it's never gonna get done. I think I need to get some other painting out of my system before I try and do... Oops. something. So when you're getting your new phone, and what are you getting? I need to paint my system. Is that what I said? It probably is. It's babbling. I spent my entire day in meetings talking, so... This hand is so fucked. Hopefully tomorrow. Good. Good deal, dude. Ooh, so fancy, dude. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on the hand. It doesn't matter. We have a big knobby ET finger. So basically what I want to do is have the spark from the snap be the light source. So it's going to be all dark in the background. I say this is what pisses me off, because right now what I want to do is lasso this and bring it down. I can't do that. I have to erase it and redo the whole thing. That's okay. I can do that in the final Yabba Dabba. It's just so much easier to sketch in pencil. I don't know why. Like when you have the ability to erase over and over and over again, you do. You just do. I would be so pissed at this right now if this was digital. Oh, yeah, because... That's not going to connect. That's not going to connect the way it should. I don't have the eraser I want up here. This is not the correct one. You draw digital like you do physical? I just think there's something to be said for having to I don't like this hand now. Or I don't like the position of it. Now I think it should be slightly in front of his face instead of under it. Sorry, there is something to be said for having to erase every time you make a mistake. You either learn to deal with what you put down, or you make fewer mistakes so you don't have to keep erasing. I'm just gonna do this. Basic shapes. Basic shapes until we get this the way we want it. Be careful. I'm making them kind of swole. Making a swole dobby. I wish I knew what lead I had in this pencil. It's got a spinny thing on top. Maybe, oh, maybe you can't spin that. It just says what kind of lid? I don't freaking know. Oh, it is. Yeah, so there's like an arrow here, and you can spin the thing, I guess, to... It's pointing to HB. I don't know if that's what's in here, though. It's a Racing League HB lid. I wouldn't mind something a little softer, though. So, Omega, how was your stream today? I wanted to pop in, but I kept getting caught up in meetings. It's just been a little crazy. What am I missing on the portion here? Fairly short. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's understandable. I get started like an hour and a half late. And then I was like, oh, maybe I just won't today. And it's like, God damn it, I need to get back into a schedule. It's like, I've been wanting to start this drawing so I can at least get the sketch going that I was supposed to do last night. But I played Final Fantasy and was up too late and ended up passing out. But I think I needed it. It was a rough weekend. It was a good weekend, but it was just... Boys' makeup birthday party was Saturday. And I got a call an hour and a half before we were supposed to go set up that the guy that runs the venue had just tested positive for COVID, and he had nobody else to cover the party. And so we weren't going to be able to have it there. So I had that exact amount of time to get my yard ready and set up a birthday party for a bunch of 10-year-olds. That wasn't at all stressful. Not even a little bit. I spent the entire... No, I leveled up my rogue quite a bit. I got my ninja soulstone. My arcanist... Not my arcanist. Imagine being 10 and having friends. It was a good party. It's funny though, because like the friends he was expecting to be there didn't show. Which I didn't think they would because their parents never said they were coming, but he invited girls too, and I'm pretty sure I figured out who he has a crush on, and I'm pretty sure she has a crush on him too, and it is adorable. I don't know why I'm drawing this ear so hard, because freaking number one, it's not shaped right, and number two, I haven't figured out where everything is yet. Doing it wrong. Smearing everything. But it was a good party. It was a good bunch of kids. And, nope, I left it alone. His neck is too long. His neck is way too long. No, I did promise him that that's something I will never ever mess with. The only reason I'm speculating that is because I talked to her mom, and she was talking about how they get along so well on the playground and stuff, and she started looking all embarrassed, and I'm like, I know that look. I know that look. No, I mess with the poor kid in so many ways. It's like, that's one thing I am not going to screw with in his life. You know, I might do the, you know, the classic, embarrass him a little bit if he brings home a prom date, but I'm not going to, at least not at this age, until he's got a little bit more confident with what he's doing. Not going to mess with that. But I would not have been able to get through it without my girlfriend and my best friend being there. Like, I immediately called my best friend because she was bringing 4 of the kids with her and let her know what was going on. And she's like, oh, do you want me to go to the store and pick up a piñata and some candy for you? And I'm like, oh, please, God, yes. And my son has so many Nerf guns and stuff. I filled up a bucket with every dart I could find. I put all his guns outside on a table. And the kids ran around and shot each other with Nerf darts. And ate pizza and cake. Beat just the living piss out of that piñata. And they all had a good time, and it was just about as much as I could have asked for. Boy wanna play house. Nope. Nope. You want some cake too? There's still cake left. There's so much cake left. All the chocolate's gone though. There's like 1 piece of chocolate left. And a whole bunch of vanilla. And the thing was, we had originally planned to go bowling after. Why does his neck look so thick? And at the last minute, he had soccer practice scheduled that started a half an hour after the party ended. So by the end of soccer practice, he was like dying. He was so miserable. Because he basically ran laps around the house with his friends for an hour and a half and then had to go to soccer practice and run for another hour. And then we get done. We're like, all right, let's go home, get you cleaned up. And he's like, are we still going bowling? I was like, no, do you want to? He's like, yeah, I want to go bowling. I was like, are you freaking serious? We did not go bowling. My girl had not seen Shadow and Bone yet, so we basically binge watched that, and he went off and played Fortnite. I played a couple rounds with him because I promised him I would. He is. Oh my god. I remember having energy like that once upon a time. And the thing was, and probably part of the reason he felt like such shit by the end of soccer, he had only had cinnamon buns for breakfast, and he never ate any pizza at the party. He only had cake. I was like, no wonder you run out of gas by the end of practice. But it was a good weekend. As stressful as it was. So I was pretty useless yesterday. I just like did not want to do anything. And then I had to mow the lawn today, or rake the yard today rather, because it's leaf pickup in the morning. And my leaf blower won't start. And I looked at Boy and I'm like, we're not raking this shit. So I ordered a mulching blade because my mower needs a new blade anyway, and I was like, we're just gonna mow over him. This finger is all wrong. Let's play how many times can I draw this hand. Man of culture, prioritize getting the cake. Yeah. Oh, dude, it was a Fortnite themed party. I think actually I posted pictures in the Discord before the first party was supposed to be of the chug jugs and the loot boxes. And then we had a battle bus balloon. It was like a 2.5 foot high battle bus balloon and a loot llama balloon and a loot llama piñata. And I really didn't want to deal with having those big balloons in my house. Yeah, sure. There's still a few of them floating around. Yeah, all the kids got some of the 3D printed V-Bucks coins in their loot boxes. But I didn't want to have to pick up all the darts in the yard, and I didn't want the giant battle bus balloon floating around my house because it just freaks the animals out. So I had a contest. I told the kids whoever picked up the most darts. Oh, Dobby only does have 4 fingers. That's what's fucking with my head. I told the kids whoever picked up the most darts out of the yard would win the balloon. Or no, they would win the loot llama balloon. And then I was like, shit, what am I going to do with the battle bus balloon? And one of Boy's friends lives just up the street from us, and I was like, walk him home. Can he have this balloon? And the kid wanted the balloon. I was like, yeah, take this balloon home. Let your parents deal with it. But it was fun. They had a good time. And in the end, it kind of worked out, because the original party was going to be like a karate party with a Fortnite theme, and the Nerf guns kind of fit the Fortnite thing better. Alright, so we're going to have a spark here. Sparkity spark. Spark, spark, spark. This needs more. This needs to go down more. I need my white plastic eraser. Why didn't I bring it up here? It's actually, this is stupid. I have probably a whole bunch more of them in this room floating around. Yeah, the first time I printed those V-Bucks coins, the first run of them, I was like, are these okay? They're gray, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, they should have blue here, here, and here, but they'll be okay after you paint them. And I was like, excuse me? What makes you think I'm painting V-Bucks coins for your friends? I was like, I might paint a couple for you, but I'm not going to sit here and paint like 30 of them for party favors. You want a resin printer? I will tell you this about resin printers. The biggest pain in the ass is the size of the vat and the print bed. It's so limiting. There's so many times I've downloaded a print and I just can't scale it down enough to fit my printer. Because it'll either lose detail, or it'll get stuck, or it just won't work if it's got like different parts to it. And the largest bed I found on a resin printer is like 9 inches. I think mine's like half that. I've actually been thinking about getting a filament printer just so I can print big stuff. I mean, you can print tall things in a resin printer. It takes goddamn forever. And it really sucks when you print something tall and it fails at the very end. But anything that has a significant base to it, you're not going to fit in a resin printer. It's alright. Print figurines. So depending on what figurines you are going for, it might need supports and stuff. So I've had some where they with the base for the supports and stuff, like it made it too big. I couldn't get it scaled down. I don't know. There are probably times where I wasn't trying hard enough too. That's entirely possible. No movable objects or printed joints. Yeah. The one thing that I wish I had gotten from the very beginning is a magnetic build plate. So you can get them, and they're not much. They're like $20. And it's just a really strong magnet. You stick it to the build plate, and then you have this steel flexible plate that you stick to the magnet, so that rather than having to scrape your prints off, you just pull that plate off and you pop them off. And the only reason I even looked at getting it was because I'd scratched the piss out of the build plate on the printer, and there's no way I was going to be able to print anything without it sticking because of how deep the scratches were. I was like, man, and there's so many times I've broken prints trying to get them off the plate, or I've damaged them, which is really frustrating when you've spent, you know, an entire day on a print or something, and then you fuck it up because you can't get it off the plate. So I would say that is a very good thing to get if you're going to get a resin printer. Okay, this pencil is great for sketching. It is terrible for getting the eyes and shit. That's a terrifying eye. Terrifying. You'll be buying anything for a while. No, I get that. I'm just saying. Whenever you do pull the trigger on that, get the magnetic build plate to go with it. The only thing is you have to attach something on it so that it'll so that when it returns to home, it adjusts for the build plate, because it adds a few millimeters of thickness. And all of these things were like, oh, 3D print it, and I couldn't find one for my printer. And so finally, I just stuck a piece of tape. Like, I just measured out where to fold it, and I just stuck a piece of electrical tape right on the printer. So the tape hits the sensor where that detects when it's at home. Ah, thickness. Measure that thickness. So So rather than fuss with like printing a thing and does it work with my printer, I just stuck a piece of tape on it and it's worked perfectly fine. And I haven't had a print fail since I did that. Since I got that build plate and did the whole thing. I haven't printed a ton with it. I just haven't had the time. But and the other thing is, even though they're more expensive, get the water-soluble printer resin. It's so much easier to deal with. I have some of the regular stuff that I need to use up just for the sake of using it, but at least with the water-based stuff, you don't have to deal with like the rubbing alcohol and the smell isn't as bad. I didn't put that in the right place. I think that eye is over too far. I think that's part of the problem. A figurine that'll replace your pen display donut? I thought you said you found one at some point that you wanted to do. Okay, no, that's too close. But I also want to move the bridge of the nose over, so I guess that'll work out. Oh. Okay, and it's just my brain making things up again. Gotcha. So I have photos already to do a Bodycon, Bodychan YouTube video. Actually, I did them a long time ago. I just need to actually do the drawing part and record it. I've been debating if I want to just do a full-on YouTube video or maybe just do a stream so I can actually get it done. And then just do clips and highlights of that and include that in the YouTube video. That eye is too high. Yeah. Actually, look at what I'm doing. Well, I looked at the traffic to my website and the traffic to my YouTube videos. And that's what people search for, and that's how they end up on my content. And that's for shit I did like a few years ago. My Bodycon videos and my Figma videos on YouTube, they still get like whole hundreds of views. You know, it's not that much, but you know, for something that I did a while ago and I haven't touched since. And I still get comments on it, and it's interesting that people are still looking for these things. And that's actually one of the things I wanted to 3D print that I can't because my printer's too small, is there are quite a few 3D printed options for art figurines. And I was like, well, that's cool. I want to try them. I want to try making them and see how they are. And I can't. So I very nearly bought a whole other printer just to be able to do that. And then I'm like, am I honestly going to do that anytime soon? And when I was honest with myself, the answer was no. But maybe someday, when there's time. The eye is still a little bit high, but we're gonna go with it. It's just a sketch. It's fine. It's fine. All these little wrinkles and stuff on his head. Little crow's feet. Smile lines. Toby's a good house elf. Well, was. Definitely not going to use this pencil to map out the drawing, though. It's a little bit too rough. Wow, those are terrifying eyes. Without highlights. Oof. Definitely gonna have to make sure that the highlights take the creep factor out of these eyes. Oh, taking these eyelids down a little bit will help. Yeah, he's looking at the viewer like, snap, bitch. Oh, it got dark out. Oh, I've got a shadow from my camera. That wasn't there before. I don't know, one of these days I'll have a lighting situation that I'm happy with. That looks weird. Oh, 1 second. I didn't knock that over, you knocked that over. Okay. Where are we at here?
I wake up early, I sleep alone. I try to find love from a stranger on my phone. My vision blurred.
Does it look like a Dobby? Are we getting to Dobby Town here? I feel like I'm missing some detail in here. Like this goes like that, I think. And then we do have some detail in the ear here. Something more like that, maybe. And there'll be some. Actually, that's not where the highlight would be. I'm gonna make the eyelids even lower. Oh god, that's like bedroom eyes. No. Maybe somewhere in between the two things I just had. This graphite's really just sinking right into this paper, though. We'll make the pupils a little bigger, even though he does have pretty small pupils relative to the size of his eye. And I think that'll help. So, I mean, it's not quite there. But it's a good start. It's enough that I think I can do okay putting it on something. I don't know what kind of paper yet. I was gonna do Bristol, but it's kind of unforgiving. But not necessarily the best for building values in graphite. So maybe a mixed media paper. Something with a little bit of tooth, but not too much. I do think I want the hand lower. Just a bit, like, I don't know, so it comes down to here. So the spark is more where the fingers are. What pencil is this here? This is 0.05 lead. Actually, I think I might sketch in this one. Yeah. So when I was doing the anime type ones before, not anime type ones, but like the anime fan arts and that one sketchbook, I would start with like the smallest lead because it was really light, but it also scratched into the paper. And for something that is a gift, I don't want to do that. Because then if you make a big mistake and try and go back over it with shading, it's going to be very visible. So I'm going to use this. And I can get pretty dark with it too. And this is without even really putting much pressure on. Get pretty dark. Oh shit. Whoops. These don't work like mechanical pencils. A really big fat one too. It's good for covering large areas. So we're going to be going, our darkest areas are going to be up here. I don't know if there's anything really to plan. I'll have to get the shape of the head a little bit better. I think some of these details in his face are going to be a lot easier to capture with just plain old shading them than trying to do lines. I know that's it's only been an hour, but I think I'm gonna stop here. This really was just to kind of see if what was in my brain was gonna work. It's still gonna take a little tweaking, but that's something I can do when I put this on the real deal. I think I want to find something of his face, like, just kind of more neutral. And then that's something that we can work on Manual Mondays. Because if there's something I could sit and do for hours, it's shading, but this is just our sketch. So, my plan. My brain works way better now than usual streams. What do you what do you mean? I think because I think it's just because I have the plan. My last few streams have been very directionless. Like, I have things I want to do, but I don't want to work on any of it. And it's not that I don't want to make the stuff, it's just there's been a lot of stress lately, and so it kind of derailed, like, all these plans I've been making since the beginning of the year. Like, with the pre-made emotes and getting the jewelry stuff back on track, which I've been doing, but definitely not at the ambitious pace that I had set for myself. And I think I just needed to go back to something that I've always done. I love drawing in pencil. I want to get some paintings. I actually found, I was looking through this. This has stuff in it from when I was drawing left-handed when I had surgery. But I found this page And I don't remember doing this, which means I probably busted this out when I was hammered one night and just doodled. And I want to paint these. And actually, I have a canvas sitting behind me that I have been trying like hell to figure out what to do with, and this would fit perfectly on it. So, and I think I just like this one, I think I just want to do like black and white or maybe muted colors or something. I don't know. I gotta brain it. But just when I was flipping to the next page in this and I saw this and I was like, I've been wanting to paint and I just didn't know what, and that might be it. Just something to get back into it that can just be really freeform and easygoing, and I could stream some painting, which is something else I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I don't know. Been in a weird headspace lately. It's between that and scheduling and illness and everything else, it's just been hard to get going again. And soccer starts on Saturday, so that's a whole other thing. So anyway, to finish the sentence I started this ramble on with, I've been thinking about I can bring Manual Mondays back. I can do Wednesdays. I was thinking like, oh, I could do like prompts and call it Wacky Wednesdays, but I don't think I want to be that structured. But that's available as an option if we want to do prompts on Wednesdays. And then Sunday nights, because my weekends are wildly unpredictable now. Those were actually my only consistent time, and everything is flip-flopped. So Monday, Wednesday, Sunday nights, I'm going to try, before I set that as an official schedule, I'm going to see how well I can stick to that. Or maybe I just need to set it as an official schedule, so it's like going to work and have that mentality and get here. I don't know. I was going to shoot for Friday nights too, but that seems to be soccer practice night. And if it's not Friday night, then it's going to be Wednesday night. So I guess on those weeks I can switch Friday and Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But it was nice to just sit down with the sketchbook tonight. And it's nice to know that I can still draw. I can still draw analog. Boy, be ruining my life? No, not at all. He actually asked me to teach him some volleyball, so we bought a volleyball, and he's doing pretty well with it. He's doing better than I thought he would. So it's getting my ass outside, and we'll be kicking the soccer ball around, hitting the volleyball, throwing the baseball. I can't throw a football to save my life, so I can't teach that to the child. Many people have tried to teach me, and it has never worked. There is a pretty good handful of guys walking around thinking about that idiot girl that just could not get how to throw a football. It's beyond me. If my life ever depends on it, I'm dead. So no, it's good. His social life makes me more social, and then I actually am starting to have my own social life again, and it's all good things. And it's just about finding that balance again. Especially since there's a long distance relationship involved now. It makes it tough. And it just means I'm even shorter on time, but for all of the best reasons. So it's not at all a complaint. It's just, life changes and you gotta find that balance again. And so it is. Long distance sucks all the ass. It does. I mean, thankfully, it's only a little more than an hour. But The drive there never seems like it's that long, but the drive home is always a long drive home. But I mean, if things keep going well, it doesn't mean that it's always going to be long distance. Be a loser, shouting like came to stream all I want. Yeah. No, if I was left to my own devices, I would never leave my house. Never. You know, it's like I went out, I took the boy to the park. That was part of the reason I started late. It's our first super nice day. It was in the upper 70s today, and it's not going to be again for a while. So I was like, you know, fuck the yard. Stream can start late. Let's go outside. And then we got back to the house, and I'm like, shit, I got more freckles. We weren't out there that long. But, you know, that's my dumbass fault for going outside. Every winter, I do so much better fading the freckles, and then I spend a half an hour outside. Well, I was outside all afternoon Saturday, too. That didn't help. And it's like, shit. They're back. Oh, they're like fucking... I don't know. They always been there, so I can't complain about them too much, though. But it's all good things. It's been a while since I've been able to say that. Like right now, it's all good things. It stresses me out a little bit about not being able to maintain a stream schedule and be consistent with the socials and the art, but I'll get there. Oh, you had a friend be mad at you because of freckles. Why was your friend mad at you because of freckles? I guess we could just sit here and stare at Dobby and just talk, and Dobby can stare back at y'all. We'll pretend it's Dobby talking. It's Dobby chat. Hashtag Dobby chat. Please don't sue me, J.K. Rowling. I spent 3 hours connecting the dots. I've only ever had one person connect my freckles, and it wasn't a drunk thing. It was just like we were sitting on the couch hanging out, and my boyfriend at the time was like, I'm gonna connect the dots, and I let him draw on my arm. And it was just like, whatever. I was kind of hoping he was gonna like come up with something that I could turn into an art piece, and it was just a big hot mess, but it was a fun experiment. At least it wasn't my face. Yeah, I should give Dobby freckles. No, a house elf would never have freckles because they're in the house all the time. I think. I don't know. I want to see what's in here. I want to see the stuff from a couple years ago. This is how far I get in a sketchbook. This is how little I've sketched. I'm not sure what this was what it was ever for. Blank page. Beautiful. A really shitty sketch of my great-grandmother. Great-great-grandmother. No, great-grandmother. Shapes. I know there's a couple of embarrassing pages in here. Drawloween Inktober sketches. This is the one that turned into the ink drawing that I have a print available. Print available on my website. Postcard size, super affordable. Owls. If you ever... I think... A lot of people would probably find this creepy, but I think one of the coolest looking things is birds without feathers. I know you can like look like bears without fur and shit like that. Yeah, those are all creepy, but there's something about birds without feathers. And this is a sketch of an owl without feathers. This is some kind of derp owl. I feel like that should be an emote. Derp owl. I'm into it. These are left-handed Pokemon. Yeah, we did left-handed Pokemon a bunch. I just about shit my pants when this one came up. I was like, God, how am I gonna do that? I forget what this one was. Obviously a what you call it, a Squirtle mashup, but I forget what it was crossed with. Poison Frog sketches. I have no idea. That's the guy from Soul Eater. Something for Drawloween. Sea monsters. I think this was the year that Cryptid was one of them, and I think I was trying to do cryptids. This is one of the embarrassing things. This is what happens when I'm not really sure what I want to do and I'm left to my own devices. And there's no undo button. Creepy dolls. Sonic. Vampire Sonic. Laying on the moon with a gold ring and a goblet. I don't know what the fuck that was, what prompt that was in response to. But okay. It never went beyond this. And that's probably a good thing. Grumpy ogres. I still have not finished the digital painting of this. I started at what, 2018, 2019? A sketch after Marceline from Adventure Time. I forget what I was gonna do with that. The cat from Soul Eater. Oh, what was that witch's name? She sang about pumpkins all the time. These are... Oh. I want to say it's like some Asian or like a Japanese monster, not monster, creature of some kind. Genie coming out of a bottle, but he's a stick figure. That's not lazy at all. I don't know what that is or why. What I was looking at. Zim from the Dragon Prince. I did a full drawing of it in my other sketchbook. I think. I'll have to go back and look. I don't remember now. Oh, no, this does go this way. More Pokemon. That's a left-handed one. multi left-handed. I think these are the left-handed ones. And not the other ones? Because it was, or maybe they all are. It was in October when I had my surgery done. This was a sketch for when I wanted to do Rayla, and I never finished it because just the whole composition was really bad. It's one of the ones I've wanted to go back and redo. I want to do a whole series of either redoing or finishing failed projects. I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know. Figure studies. Figure study. Oh god. So these two monsters were in the Commander Keen series, and I wanted to do something based on Commander Keen monsters, like this guy especially. And then I started fucking around with the sketch, and it went awry and returned to the page, as we're going to do now. I can tell you right now I was not sober when any of this happened. And that's the thing about drunk art. It can go so well. And it can go so bad. This was for Lady TJ's piece, for her OC, because she wanted a tiger, or not a tiger, a lion head in it. And of course the way I did it, you can barely see it. But it is there, it's in the jewelry. What the fuck is it? I don't know. We're gonna keep flipping. Was I drunk? Probably. Gross bones. This is prompts. I wrote down some prompts. Map. I was supposed to design. Those waterfalls look like a dick. My friend who was writing a book had a map, and her ex did a rough sketch of the map, and then I was like, I'll make the map for you. And that's all the stuff in the map. Inktober stuff. And we're back here to these things that I think I'm going to paint. I have this much sketchbook left. It's a Thickums sketchbook. But I'll get Dobby put on size is this. It's like an 11 by 14. 8.5 by 11. Wow, I was way off. There's some 9 by 12 paper. So it's a question of, do I want to keep it small and just cut it down to size? Maybe make it like an 8 by 10. Or do I want to make it bigger? I feel like if it goes bigger than this, we're going right back into Creepy Town. But I don't know. Because I think as it is, it's about an 8 by 10. Like, it'll fit. So this is 8.5. Oh, it's less than that. It's like a 6 by 8. Yeah. So I think 8 by 10 will be the perfect size. And then it'll be a standard size. And they can pop it right in a frame. And it'll be super awesome to have a fresh piece of art hanging on the wall. So anyway, I said I was going to call it like half an hour ago. Now that I've babbled and flipped through all kinds of nonsense in this book, I'm going to go. I'm planning to be back on Wednesday. We're going to do digital art. I've started lining some of the prompts from last year. Maybe we'll do some new prompts. We'll see. But if I don't come up with something else specifically that I want to do, I think that's what we're going to work on. It'll either be that or emotes. I have a set of cat emotes started. They were really ugly, so I'm probably going to start those over again from scratch. And then we'll see where we're at. But yeah, Wednesday night, and thank you for being here. It was a nice chill time. It was really great to get back just to pencil and paper for the first time in a long while. And I don't know, sober. You know. Anyway. I'll see y'all next time. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. And thanks again. And take care. Bye-bye.